Hello. Sorry I'm late. I had to make a phone call. Where am I? Nowhere. Apparently. Alright, let's go. Bug Dain slip. My God. To you first.
Ad Astra.
Honorary knight. Is something the matter? A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think.
Not
Oh
Kaya,
yeah,
to be
I remember
clear.
seeing someone like that. A blonde stranger dressed in unusual garb. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. So I decided to keep an eye on him for a while. I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that we needed our outrider to pursue him by air. As long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this way more seriously.
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no? Anyways, oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
I mean, I don't really want to ask all these different people about the stranger. God. Hi. Sorry for climbing on your table.
You need something? Here, I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Share. If the Knights of the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
The Angel's Share? Well, Master Diluc probably has his eye on that stranger too, then. Anyway, let's go to the Angel's Share and have a look.
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just to drink, though. Doesn't order anything else.
I mean, it's a bar. What else would he order? I mean, there might be food, but I guess I don't understand why this is with a weird implication.
He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after he orders them. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes, I'd say that he's quite the connoisseur.
And what's Master D-Luke's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that's D-Luke for you.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today, too. There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to the second.
On it. Come on, show little bells. Wait.
Hey. Go on, drink some more.
I didn't read it correctly.
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
No. Forced me to get out of my chair. I just love her little bells so much.
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling? Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
That little one beside you.
Uh-huh, we're the best of friends.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me? Sure.
He was so cold just a moment before. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment. 500 mora, and 3 answered questions. The 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment.
Which implies we'll adventure again.
That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation can't be right.
Ah, thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now. The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude. I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only answer. Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. Who, in your view, was the key to ending that crisis? I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question.
I wouldn't call it Venti. Not to imply that, like, he wasn't majorly involved, but I don't think it was Venti alone. But I don't think it was me alone either. I'm gonna go with the unity of Mondstadt. Not necessarily because I mean the unity of Mondstadt's people, but like we had Jean, we had D-Luke, we had Venti, we had me. Like, it was a collective effort, and I feel like that's what this answer implies.
Is that your answer? I see. Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts. of which the stipulations are still unknown. Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity?
I'm gonna go again. A collective effort because we saw the Adepti and the Chising, but then we also saw the Millith. I mean, we saw, everybody.
So that's your answer?
It's because it's not just
see.
the age of the Liyue Chising, it's the age of the humans of
Now
Liyue
for my
Harbor.
final question. This world has people who gained visions and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods?
This one's probably the hardest because, it's a toss-up between, those with visions. Perhaps none of them do. And what do we mean by gods? Are we talking about the archons? Are we talking about the heavenly principles? Because I feel like if we're talking about the archons, it's none of them hold more importance in the sense that, they care, generally speaking, depending on your archon, they care for everyone, versus if we're talking about it in the sense of the heavenly principles, I think it's more of a they don't care for anybody.
So, this is your answer then? I understand. As I thought, you really are similar to him. I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order. Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss. Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world.
God, real dark there.
I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
An Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands the Abyss Mages.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue, who are human too! We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all!
I mean, where have you been, Paimon? We fought some yesterday.
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something. Uh-huh, we're super duper strong!
That manner, it's just like his. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of the Falcon. Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there. This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the Abyss. The Falcon of the West. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does naught but hover under the light of the gods. Oh, it's nothing. Let's head inside.
For a minute there, I got freaked out. I was like, shit.
The scent of the Abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
I mean, Draco, you can smell it.
Guys, do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If you do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
Not now.
Boring.
Let the show begin.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Stars, shine for me.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Useless.
My guiding stars.
Also, sorry if there's any weird noises in the background. I think dishwasher girl.
The night is cold. La, la, la. Hi.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Not now.
Boring.
Gotta break all the things.
The night is cold. Don't be scared.
Evil conquering. Here. Here. Worthless.
Not now.
By royal decree.
Hi.
Just a few abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already left.
Well, yeah, I don't think we see him until the next quest.
The abyss.
Good deep voice.
It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundations. That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers, and the creatures of the abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dain.
Well, we do have some history. I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should head to Wolvendom. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf. Perhaps we may find our Abyss Herald there.
think we'll go this route. And just stay out of sight of that guy. We also want to make sure we stay out of sight of the wolves up here. They would be annoying.
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dain's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf king of the north, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only. No, nor does it know me. I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. All right, let's go see if that Abyss Herald has stopped by here.
But where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these strange bonfires, Dain?
Indeed. See that? Floating above the flames? It's an abyssal spell. Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left similar marks behind elsewhere. Let's have a look nearby.
On it.
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kinda scary. Let's beat them up first.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
The night is cold.
I summon thee! Boring!
My guiding stars.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Woohoo! That's that! Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the Abyss. Looks like the Abyss really has been around here. Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
Disappear! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless!
Oh, thank God for that. I don't remember how long this quest is.
Have you finished searching? I searched around these parts and found some signs myself, but they were left behind by abyss mages, and there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North. We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his territorial nature.
But now we're out of leads. Are we going to have to give up?
No. There is one more place we can go. Let's get a move on then. I'll wait for you at Storm Terror's lair. I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was known as Storm Terror's lair.
I mean, it still is.
But I suppose that this place is more lair than Storm Terror at this point. In fact, if my memory serves, this ruin has had largely nothing to do with that dragon for a long time.
Yeah, oh my gosh, old Mondstadt history is wild. I love it. It's one of my favorite, lore things to read about is, Decorabian and old Mondstadt and all of that. Which, to be fair, it's what all of, the Mondstadt books and stuff are about. So it's kind of why it's easy to know so much about it.
The first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of old Mondstadt, the Dragon of the East had yet to fall. Much less come to nest in this place.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms. Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
Remember this part.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there. Not now. Hold. Mine's a command.
Lament! Tear! Worthless! Worthless!
The night is cold. Let the show begin. Don't be scared.
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Useless!
Not... come on! The night is cold. Not now.
Disappear! Tear! Worthless! Tear!
My guiding stars.
Boring!
Stars, shine for me.
Useless!
The night is cold. Oh. My guiding stars.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Not now. So in
hello
the
to
end,
whoever
we
has
still couldn't
joined.
find that Abyss Herald. Bummer.
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame exactly. Still, I do believe that you will come across one eventually.
No, you're right. If it's a really powerful monster, it would be best to go around it.
Yeah, remember when I thought the Abyss Heralds would give me the materials for Yolan's weapon, the Aqua Simulacra, and it was in fact just the Black Knight servants and the chasm. And so I went to Ankonomia and killed a bunch of the Abyss Heralds. Didn't have a fun time, only to realize that they weren't the materials at all. That was fun. We should all remember that.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys could simply be solved by going around them. Once upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from adventuring together with that traveling companion.
You know, Dain, you keep talking about that person this and that person that. Where are they now, anyway?
He no longer travels. I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting at times.
Oh, is that how it is? Well, why are you traveling alone then?
I still have some things left unfinished. Once they are done, I too will return home to rest.
Yikes. I mean, I feel like that's kind of gonna have to be how it is, though. Like, even though I love Dain and I'm like, oh my gosh, we could give him a happy ending, I truthfully think that the happy ending for Dain is him not being under the curse and finally being able to die. Like, I think either way, I mean, I think it's possible that we could end up fighting him, but I've also talked about my pretty firm belief that, at least for me personally, I just don't see how they're going to convince us to fully side with our Abyss sibling. I mean, I'm sure they'll do it, but we could end up fighting Dain, but I could also see us just, I don't know, he's fighting on our side and we kill the heavenly principles and then we're like, okay, y'all, it's time for Dain to pass on. His curse is done. Like, I do think, as much as I love Dain, I don't see an end to this game that doesn't involve Dain dying. But in a way, I think, like I kind of said, that is his happy ending, is finally being able to put down the sword and go to rest.
Yep, and it's good to have a home to come back to, isn't it? We camp out a lot when we travel. Hey, once you find your sibling, we should find a place to stay too, shouldn't we? Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty tasty, but Liyue's one-man restaurant is great too.
I mean, as much as I love... Okay. Where would I stay? Mondstadt is great. But not a lot. I don't know. It is me personally. I do love Mondstadt. I also really, really like Sumeru. I think I would like it there with, like, the library and stuff. But I think if I was gonna move anywhere, it'd be either Sumeru City or the city of Fontaine. But only the city. If I'm doing village life, Sumeru. Because the villages look pretty nice. But if I'm doing city, I'd probably go Fontaine. Even though Sumeru is my favorite, I think if I wanted to live... But at the same time, Fontaine, they seem to get an awful lot of... I mean, I know it's theoretically fixed now that the Fontainians are real people, but they seem to get a lot of, act of God natural disasters. They seem like a pretty litigious people. Maybe I'd stay in Sumeru.
Either way, we should settle down in a place where there's good food.
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches its end. While you're still traveling, you should...
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you know well, or perhaps a monster. Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves, and thus see clearly. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there. Let's go.
Whoa, Dain moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here. No monsters, no people, nothing.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time I was here. My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey.
So, Dain, what about you? What's your favorite place?
I was gonna say, it should look slightly different, because you said the last time you'd been here was before... Maybe I misunderstood, but I thought he said the last time he'd been here was before Dvalin took Nest in here. Which would mean that at the very least, Dekarabin's tower would look different, because I believe, if I remember right, Alice made some of the holes there. I know she made some of the holes all around the place. And then, obviously, there's some holes in the place from where Dvalin was nesting.
Me? I no longer remember. I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. That's all there was to it. Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
I mean, I guess maybe he was heading towards Jenny Vale or Schneznaya, because we don't know where that'll be.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out. Huh? You mean your brother? But how could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real confusing stuff. Paimon doesn't get it at all.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun, has it not?
God, it really had at the time.
At least you now know that he is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find him itself. Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey.
feel like this is Hoya reminding us we're supposed to be finding our sibling, but like at this point in this, and not at this point, but like at this point in the sense of like the content presently coming out, like I don't know. For all that I'm attached to like the lore and a lot of the story aspects, I'm really not that attached to finding our brother. Like, found out he was the Abyss sibling, and he was fighting with Dain, and he did the whole thing in the chasm, and at that point I was kind of just like, why do I care anymore? Like, I'd be cool just like chilling out, and I don't know. Like, I'm attached in the sense that, like, I'm attached to I want to know the full story, but I'm not really that attached to the idea of us, like, finding our sibling and leaving Teyvat. Because I feel like that's how it's going to end. We're either going to die or we're not going to stay here. And that's depressing.
May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Well then, let us part ways here for now.
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry, we will meet again. After all, I did take 500 Mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
I thought we'd get a wish for that, but I guess... Oh. Oh. We've unlocked...
So, Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received before, it's not dangerous, is it? You need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials, and all the bouncing around in transit caused a reaction. Once I opened it, oh, it let out a stench that could wake the dead.
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
Hey, Timaeus! What are you chatting about? And who might this be?
Oh, hello, you two. This is
like
Sucrose.
a Sucrose on this account.
Hi, I'm Sucrose, Albedo's assistant. If you have any alchemy-related queries, you could always ask me. I do my best to help. Huh? Do I look nervous? My apologies. I don't get out too often. I'm usually in the laboratory where there aren't many others to talk to.
That's okay. You don't have to force yourself. I'm sure that once we get to know each other better, we'll become really good friends.
Hey, aren't you the legendary traveler? The one who repelled Storm Terror?
I'm gonna go with legendaries a bit much, but it's kind of funny to say I don't even charge for autographs.
I've heard so many stories about you. Always wanted an opportunity to research you up close.
Okay, well...
What do you mean, research?
Sorry. Don't mind me. What am I saying?
Well, never mind. So, what were you two talking about just now?
Yeah, I genuinely don't... Does this lead to Albedo's quest?
Sucrose received a strange package recently.
A strange package?
Yes. I believe it's from a Sumerian scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift for collaborating on some research together.
Fuck, what's it called? TCG.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar? Oh, then there could be anything inside.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside. Just a bunch of strange cards. I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar looking cards before, so I came to ask him about what they might be.
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for distinguishing reagents.
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, have a look.
Oh, you meant these? Huh. Sucrose, have you really never seen these before?
Yeah, so I was drunk when I played the TCG quest.
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentatonic sweet flowers. Why? Is this an area of research that has started trending in the alchemical community during my absence?
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's a card game that's been getting really popular these days. It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG! Yeah, we've been hearing about this game all over the place, but this is the first time we've ever actually seen any of the cards. We didn't know it had made it all the way to Mondstadt. Must be pretty popular, huh?
This is all kind of funny in the context of us not having left Mondstadt and leaving.
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game. The story is really good. It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King has been captured inside. It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes. After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a legendary TCG player.
It reminds me of all those, like, in the last year, I got really into reading, like, manhwa and stuff, and it reminds me of all those, like, leveling up ones.
Timaeus.
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays out, I can lend you the novels.
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing personal reasons for the delay.
I mean, I know this is supposed to be a joke about, like, spending too much time on it, but I also want to point out that, like, technically nothing about what he said, like, really, as of yet, has implied that he was, like, addicted to the game. Like, he just was like, yeah, I read a book on it, like...
Well, I did go through
obviously
a phase
he
recently where I
admits
wasn't putting enough focus on my
to
work.
that.
But it's under control now.
But
I've committed to not even touch Genius Invocation
technically,
TCG
up
until I've
until
made
he
enough progress in my
says
research.
It just sounded like, hey, I read the book and I know the story.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way, I could say that I at least tried to appreciate his gift.
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might even make you smarter. Okay, fine. Paimon's curious and would like to give it a try. Please? Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon, because Timaeus has given up for a while.
Well, research is my priority, you know. But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail. Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They gather there, trade cards, and they're very welcoming to new players. Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it.
Understood. Traveler? Paimon? Let's go to the Cat's Tail and try asking around. To be honest, hearing Timaeus talking about the game has also piqued my curiosity.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
Yeah, I'm not super interested in that yet. It's got stupid commissions.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra.
Hoping to maybe see an instructor somewhere, but or a scholar, but it doesn't look like it. So I think for now, I guess we'll play with that. Okay, plan. Apparently we'll be doing this. Let's go do this real quick, I guess.
Let's dance.
By royal decree.
Boring.
God. Not there either. Okay. Things went totally pear-shaped at Lingu Pass. This time I decided to set up camp within sight of a statue of the Seven. Maybe it'll bring me good luck. Research suggests that these runes were connected to Adepti who fought and died in the ancient war. I think the line was something like this: hidden within the rocks and sealed beneath the waters, so you can bet there's got to be a ton of treasure in these ruins. What else would they be hiding in the rocks and concealing in the waters? Whenever I'm out investigating, I always get this feeling that somebody's watching me, and at night I hear these faint, mournful groans. It's probably just north wind making creepy noises that blows past Nian Tianmen. Come on, Lily. Pull yourself together. You're a treasure hoarder. Can't let every little thing like this get under your skin.
The night is cold.
Oz, reveal thyself!
I'll protect us. My guiding stars. Cole, mine to command.
Not so soon! Lament! Here! Worthless! Here! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
The night is cold. Hi.
Can't run from death.
I also don't remember this quest, but it seems like it's kind of just a tiny little one, so it makes sense that I wouldn't.
By royal decree.
My guiding star. Let the show begin. Stars, shine for me.
It's time. For a flash free shield to the bone.
Ready, steady, go!
Frozen.
End this quickly!
Oz, reveal thyself!
I slipped up.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night!
Evil conquering!
He's not going anywhere.
Here! Worthless! 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 Boring!
Not now. Don't be scared. The night is cold.
By royal decree!
I'll protect us.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Useless! There's quality here.
Let's dance. Not now. Cold. Mine's a
Disappear! Here! Here! Worthless! Here! Stay right there.
My guiding stars.
I slipped up.
This isn't good.
You need to hurry up.
Here!
This one's well
Not
done.
now.
Fry. You need to hurry up. An unfortunate fault.
My guiding stars. Hi.
Let's move. Through.
Oh, look at it sparkle.
I killed them for nothing.
Not now.
Oz, reveal thyself! Destiny has brought me hither.
Things are going so
God. Okay.
Oh, yes, yes. They have the audacity to go after anything. The 7 dragons, gods. No ancient artifact that relates can escape their greedy ambitions. Still, this time is different. Who do they think they are, going after the Abyss Order's treasures?
Me. I go after the Abyss Order's treasures.
Oh, Traveler, it's you.
Huh? Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lan? Do you have a commission you need to post?
Hello. We were just discussing the treasure hoarders.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarders should know better than to mess with the Abyss. It's just too evil.
But we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that 2 big-time treasure hoarders in Liyue and Mondstadt are planning some big joint operation.
2 big-time treasure hoarders?
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
Oh, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from Amber in Mondstadt. But who is Big Sis of the South?
You already know something then. I guess you must have crossed paths with the treasure hoarders many times before. You were correct. She's the head of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. As I understand it, the treasure hoarders all call her boss. Some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her Big Sis of the gods. But that's probably just a wild rumor.
I mean, presumably so, because there shouldn't be an existing god of thieves that would be able to bestow a gift upon her. Because all of the gods that we know that aren't archons that are still around are they've given up their power.
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that the Abyss Order has been secretly guarding in the shadows. Despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders can think about is what kinds of treasure could be inside. They have already devised a plan. They will send out a decoy to divert the Abyss Order's forces away from the ruins, then send an expert thief inside to steal the treasure.
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain Grand Thief from Fontaine.
Grand Thief? That's quite an impressive sounding title.
Oh, indeed. He is an extraordinary individual. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers. Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tevat Travel Guide, then? Correct. The Grand Thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put in a lot of work to convince a thief of his status to come and personally oversee this operation.
With the major changes in Liyue recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millelith already have their hands full. They don't have any time to investigate rumors about treasure hoarder activity. But anything related to the Abyss makes me feel like there is some unknown danger lurking beneath the surface. So I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Leave this commission to us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well then, good luck. The guild will take care of the details of this commission.
Oh, the paramedic transformer. That's what we got out of that. Okay. So plan. Plan. Can I unlock? So I don't need to start worrying about a mass unlock until level 40. Which is good, because that's when all of these will unlock. So I guess my plan is next time to do, what I want to do is this quest, the Klee quest, and then run through the hangouts that I have. And then do the chasm and Chenyu Vale. And I'll just then probably Dragon Spine. And obviously at some point I'll do this fucking TCG. Great.
La da 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 da.
Yeah, I know how to use the transform. I very rarely do, but Squid Sith. That'll be good on someone eventually. I just need someone for it to be good on. Because right now I just have Lisa. Yeah, she's my only catalyst user. So, and I mean, I'm sure it's fine on her. But be better on really anyone. And it was so cute.
How did I do that?
Maybe I'll actually do We Were Reunited last. Because that'll unlock the Inazuma, start of the Inazuma quest. And that might prove to be too tempting. What time is it? What do I want to do? Well, first, oh. Get this. Out and about. What else I want to do?
Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Useless!
Don't be scared. Not now.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
My guiding stars. Cole, mine to command. La la la.
Lament! Here!
Go.
The night is cold.
Useless!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Useless!
Don't be scared.
Disappear! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! Boring!
Stars, shine for me. Not now.
Evil conquering! Here! Here! Worthless!
The night is cold.
Huh, by royal decree.
Let the show begin. Not now.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Cole, mine to command. My guiding star. Come on, we can do it.
Useless!
The night is cold.
Lament! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here!
There we go.
Everything's ready. Let's go. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello.
3-3 and 4-3. debating if I do floor 3. Shangwing could be good for us right now. But I don't really know what I'd do with her. Okay, I think this is just going to be a really short episode because I needed to take care of my phone call. So I think I'm going to leave it here for today, and I'll be back on Wednesday. My bouncy little girl.
Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.